Some people might say that planning their trip mostly depends on their budget, but you would be surprised to know how far you can get with very little. Hi everybody, my name is Elena, and as someone who has moved around quite a lot and who travels very often, I have created my own strategy for planning my trips, and today I will be sharing it with you. I am turning this into a mini-series which will come out every week, where I discuss budget, solo travel, family travel, best experience habits, packing habits. So if you would like to follow this weekly series, please subscribe down below. So how do I plan my trips? My first step, and the essential one which I think should dictate how you plan for your trip, is purpose. Why are you taking this trip? What would you like to achieve at the end of this experience? Do you want a fun time on the beach, relaxing and sipping on margaritas? Or would you like something more cultural or more adventurous? By asking yourself these questions, you will avoid taking a trip just because somebody recommended it. A trip that you might like but not fully enjoy, and that might not be worth the time and the money that you spend on it. For example, I would like my next trip to be both relaxing in the sun as well as cultural. Step is picking a duration for this trip. Is this a weekend? Is this a long weekend? Is it your annual 2-week vacation? Of course, it would be great that we go visit a new place for more than a week. However, everyday life doesn't always allow it. For example, I would like my next trip to last anywhere from 1 week up to 10 days. Now that we have decided what we want to do and for how long we want to do it, it's time to move on to step number 3. Picking a destination. This of course largely depends on what you have already seen, what is in close proximity to you, and whatever is on your bucket list. Assuming that you have picked an adventurous trip and that you are planning to climb the Himalayas, but you only have a long weekend, I would say it is not worth to spend the money, fly across the world, and get that jet lag when you do not have the time to fulfill your purpose. In my case, when it comes to picking a destination and considering the other 2 factors, I would say that the next place I would like to go is Mexico. Here comes the 4th very important element in our planning: budget. The reason why I have placed it as 4th element on our planning a trip list is that nowadays you can model your budget according to your needs and the destinations that you want to see. At any given time, some of the most expensive, luxurious destinations off the face of the earth have special offers, and we have the means to organize some very luxurious trips on a budget. I will be making a video soon on how to plan a trip on a budget, and I will surely link it to this video and have a card somewhere up here on the screen. But if you would like to know more on the subject, please do not forget to subscribe. Now, there are 2 important elements that are going to determine the size of your budget: your flight tickets and your accommodation. According to the period of the year that you choose to travel, you can get better deals, which will decrease the size of your budget. And by choosing to travel in periods less busy, you might also benefit from the fact that there are not a lot of people as normal. So you get that little extra bonus of privacy. Also, something else to consider is the price of food and drinks, activities, trips that you might be taking. In my case, I know that when I go to Mexico, I would like to spend time in a nice resort, have the comfort of a private room instead of the more low-cost hostels or other kinds of establishments that travelers can pick sometimes just to avoid that extra increase on their budget. I know that I want to take a trip to visit part of Mexico's culture, which are the Mayan pyramids. I know I would like to see the water caves, and I know that I will mostly be lounging and enjoying some very lovely local dishes and beverages. And if you are an avid shopper, please do not forget to put that extra budget aside just to make sure you have enough to satisfy your cravings as you are looking through the local markets in the brand new destination that you're about to see. The 5th and final element of a successful trip is your luggage. What are you going to bring with you on this new adventure? I do have another video on how I pack my carry-on, and I will link it right over here. So feel free to check that video if you want to learn some nice packing tips. However, here I would ask myself, what do I need to bring to make this trip successful? What are the elements that will not make my luggage heavy for nothing? Is the carry-on enough, or should I also bring a check-in luggage? Can I pack minimal? Do I need a lot of outfit elements or a lot of camera equipment, or maybe that top that I never wear? The secret to that is bring the absolute minimum that you need. Why? Because you are going into a new place. Typically, knowing what the temperature is going to be like and knowing what the customs are in this new country that you're about to visit are enough to establish what you need to bring inside of your luggage. Forget about that top that you have in the back of your closet for the past few years and that you don't wear anyway. I know how this can sometimes make its way into your luggage, but I would much rather make its way into the recycling bin. This trip is about you carrying only your absolute necessities. If you can manage to go with just a carry-on, that would be absolute heaven for me. However, some airlines might make you pay for the carry-on, in which case you are probably better off purchasing a check-in luggage where you have more space and you can bring large bottles of liquids or souvenirs or other big things when you come back from your vacation. I will be making a more detailed video about what to bring with you on vacation and especially for my upcoming travels, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for joining me today. It has been great to outline for you what is my process when I am planning for a trip. As I said, I will be turning this into a mini series, so please don't forget to subscribe, turn those notifications on, and check back in every week as I will be sharing with you more of my tips and tricks on how to plan for a successful vacation. Have a good day, everybody!